Well, good day, good friends at Azure. We're glad you're joining us today. Today I'm going to share a story with you that I've shared many, many times. And the truth is, it really is one of my favorite stories. It's a little bit of a history story in the sense of God creating the world and all the many blessings we have. It's simply called Old Turtle, and it is written by Douglas Wood, and its watercolors are by Keen Chi. So, and there's a picture of a turtle right here in the very, very front cover of our book. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the story. Again, I love reading this. As most stories start out, once upon a time, a long, long time ago, yet not so very long, when all the animals and all the rocks, I don't know if you can see the pictures, they're not very big. This is a picture of animals and a picture of rocks. And the wind and the water and the trees and the birds, and there's birds in the air, and the fish, and there's fish in the sea. And all of the beings of the world could speak and understand one another. There began an argument. It began soft at first, quiet as the first breeze that whispered, "He is the wind who never is still." Quiet as the stone that answered, "He is the great rock that never moves." Gentle as the mountain that rumbles, God is a snowy peak high above the clouds. And the fish in the ocean that answered, God is a swimmer in the dark blue depths of the sea. And here we can see some fish, and the picture's mostly blue because it's underwater. It's a picture of the sea. "No," said the stars, "God is a twinkling, shining far away." "No," said the ant, "God is a sound and a smell and a feeling who are very, very close." "No," insisted the antelope, "God is a runner, swift and free, who loves to leap and race with the wind." "God is a great tree," murmured the willow, "a part of the world, always growing and always giving." "You are wrong," argued the island. "God is separate and apart." "God is like the shining sun, far above all things," added the sky. "No, he's not. God is a river who flows to the very heart of things," thundered the waterfall. "God is a hunter," roared the lion. "God is gentle," chirped the robin. "God is powerful," growled the bear. And the argument grew louder and louder and louder until, stop! It was a new voice. It rumbled loudly like thunder, and it whispered softly like butterfly sneezes. The voice seemed to come from, it seemed to come from the old turtle. Here's a big picture of a turtle. Really great picture of a turtle, by the way. Old Turtle hardly ever said anything, and certainly never argued about God. But now Old Turtle began to speak. "God is indeed deep," she said to the fish of the sea. and much higher than high, she told the mountain. God is swift and free as the wind, and still and solid as the great rocks, she said to the breezes and the stones. She is the life of the world, Turtle said to the willow. Always close by, yet beyond the farthest twinkling light, she told the ant and the stars. God is gentle and powerful above all things and within all things. God is all that we dream of and all that we seek, said Old Turtle. But that we come from and all that we can find, God is. Old Turtle had never said so much before. All the beings of the world were surprised and became quiet. But Old Turtle had one more thing to say. There will be a new family of beings in this world, she said, and they will be strange and wonderful, and they will be reminders of all that God is. They will come in many colors and shapes, with different faces and different speaking. Their thoughts will soar to the stars, but their feet will be on the earth. They will process many powers. They'll be strong yet tender. A message of love from God to the earth, and a prayer from the earth back to God. And the people came. And here is a picture of people. That's the color you see in the bottom, weaving through the page of millions of people, all looking different from all over the place. But the people forgot. They forgot that they were a message of love and a prayer from the earth. And they began to argue about who knew God and who did not know God, and where God was and where God was not, and whether God was or whether God was not. And often the people misused their powers, and they hurt one another, and they even killed one another, and they hurt the earth until finally even the forest began to die. And the rivers and the oceans and the plants and the animals and the earth itself, because the people could not remember who they were or where God was. Until one day, there came a voice, like the growling of thunder, but as soft as a butterfly sneeze. Please stop. The voice seemed to come from the mountain that rumbled. Sometimes I see God swimming in the dark blue depths of the sea. And from the ocean who signed, God is often among the snow-capped peaks reflecting the sun. And from the stone that said, I sometimes feel God's breath that blows by. And from the breeze who whispered, I feel God's still presence as I dance among the rocks. And the stars declared God is very close. And the island added, God's love touches everything. And after a long time, lonesome and scary time, the people began to listen and to hear and to see God in one another and in the beauty of the earth and Old Turtle smiled. Well, I told you this is one of my favorite stories about Old Turtle. And so did God. You know, we live in an amazing place, this planet that we need to take care of. And every one of us has a small role, or really a big role in doing so. So please take care of the many blessings and be grateful for the gifts that you have. Thank you, Azura, for joining me today. God bless you. Love you all. See you again soon, and I'll share another story. Bye for now.